Hello everyone, my name is Nuvela and welcome to a new video. We're getting really close to 100,000 subscribers and I just want to say thank you. Whether you've been here for years or you just stumbled in, I'm really glad you're here. To those who followed me for a while, don't worry, I'm still doing what I love. Thematic builds, playful tutorials, creating lively, immersive and fun worlds that you actually want to spend time in. And if you're new here, welcome! This channel is not necessarily about creating the most items per minute or per hour. It's not about perfection. It's about atmosphere, joy, and maybe some clever ideas that make you want to build and make you want to spend time near your builds. Today, we're diving into something special. Copper Golem powered item sorters. I'll show you 3 different builds, each with its own way of sorting items using copper golems, from a beginner friendly to, let's say, expert level. But first, what can this little golem actually do? How do you make it? How do you maintain it? And what can you do with it? Let's go! To craft a copper golem, place any copper block, shiny or oxidized, and top it with a carved pumpkin or jack-o'-lantern. And that's it! You summoned yourself your copper golem. And you even get a copper chest with it. You will now automatically pull items from these copper chests and place them into wooden chests, as long as the destination chest is empty or already contains that item type. It's a pretty simple mechanic, but it opens up a world of possibilities. First, let me tell you a little bit more about the copper golem, because over time your golem will oxidize just like copper blocks do. You can wax him using honeycomb to preserve his current state, or you can let him age naturally. And if he fully oxidizes without being waxed, he will turn into a copper golem statue block, a decorative piece that you can revive with an axe. And here's the fun part, because once he becomes a statue, you can pick him up and place him anywhere in your world. You can even change his pose by right-clicking. And don't worry, his movement speed does not decrease as he oxidizes. He'll stay just as quick and helpful until the moment he fully freezes into a statue. Let me show you how the item sorting works with a quick example. Here we have a copper golem with a copper chest. In this copper chest we are putting down some items. 3 of those items are in the first chest and 1 of those items is in the second chest. The copper golem will start moving towards the copper chest and start picking up items. The maximum amount of items that he will pick up is 16 at a time. So in this case he picks up 16 copper ingots. He will then put them in this chest, return to the copper chest to pick up more items and deposit all of those in the chest right here. And there he goes with the iron ingots. This is going pretty fast if you ask me. He's now at the pork chop, and as you can see the pork chop is not an item in the first chest. So he will move to the second chest where he then deposits the pork chops. He will continue doing this until the copper chest is empty, and then he'll wait for you to put more items in the copper chest. That's pretty much it. Whether you're building a cozy storage room or a big steampunk factory, the copper golem adds movement and a bit of charm to your world. And that's what this channel is all about. So without further ado, let me show you 3 different builds in which we're using the copper golem as an item sorter. Let's start with the beginner-friendly build, something that you can create right after finishing your starter house. It's a small cozy structure as you can see, and it has 1 copper chest and just a few copper golems. You do not need any redstone, you do not need any hoppers, just some golems doing the work for you. You can drop your items into the copper chest before heading out on a mining trip or an adventure, and when you return, everything will be sorted automatically. The golems will walk from chest to chest looking for a place to drop each item. No setup required, although it does come in handy if you have already got some of the items they're sorting in designated chests, so that you can always find your items in the place where you put them last. It's simple, efficient, and perfect for early game resource management. I think that this build proves that automation doesn't have to be technical. It can be charming too. Look at this. You will only need a couple of copper blocks that will oxidize over time, and you can wax it using some honeycomb that you found throughout the world on an adventure, for example. And it's a pretty small build, so it's very easy to do in early game. You don't need that many materials. Now, of course, this is a copper golem sorter for beginners, so it's not going to be the fastest system that's possible. For that, we're gonna look at some different builds. Let's go and look at the, let's say, intermediate build. A steampunk sorting hall. Let's go! So, let's take it up a notch with the intermediate build. A steampunk inspired sorting hall. That's both functional and pretty, if you ask me. It's my first take on a steampunk kind of build, so let me know what you think of this style, and maybe if you guys like it, I can make more builds in this style in later videos. Anyway, each copper golem in here gets its own lane of 10 chests to walk across. The first 9 chests contain the items to be sorted, and the 10th chest uses a single hopper to feed a copper chest below. That copper chest then becomes the input for another golem, who walks along a second row of 10 chests to continue the sorting process. By stacking this setup a couple of times vertically and perhaps on 2 sides of a walkway, you get a sort of layered factory feel, like a copper powered warehouse. Through the glass walls, you can actually watch the golems move and sort in real time, giving the whole build a sense of life and motion. You'll need a few hoppers and a small amount of redstone to power 2 item elevators between different sides, but the rest is pure golem magic. It's immersive, efficient, and a great way to turn your storage system into a visual centerpiece. And here's the best part, because there are so many chests and so many items that you can store into this build, it's actually perfect for multiplayer worlds. Each player can use one side of the factory to sort their own items, making it a shared space that still feels personal. And because it uses so little redstone, you can build it surprisingly early in your world. You just have to have hopped into the nether real quick and get some nether quartz for your comparators. Other than that, you don't need any complex materials. Now, if you look at this and think, whoa, how do I build this? Don't worry, I'm going to make tutorials for each of these builds. And if you're a member or a patron, you can actually get access to them straight away, because members and patrons get access to all the world downloads of all my builds. And this one has just been added to the list. The tutorial videos of the 3 builds that I'm showing you in this video will be up on the channel in the coming weeks. So if you're watching this video at a later time, go and browse the channel. The tutorial videos for these builds should be up there. However, I still have one build to show you. And some of you that know the channel for a while now can probably recognize this building. It's the automatic storage system that I retrofitted to a mega storage system using a whole lot of copper golems. So, without further ado, let's hop into the expert build. And here we are, the expert build. For this one, I've retrofitted my most viewed build on the channel, replacing the automatic storage system with a copper golem powered version. It's a massive setup that uses a whole army of golems to sort nearly every item in the game. Each section is designed to handle a specific category. And the golems that are in the back move through it all with surprising efficiency. It's almost the same as hopper speed. However, it's a lot more fun than hoppers. On the top floor, things get a bit more playful. I've created themed rooms, for example, an area for skulk and an area for saplings, something for your armor, etc, etc. You can do these any way you like, just let a few copper golems roam freely. It adds some movement, some personality, and let's be honest, a touch of chaos in the best possible way. Even here, the redstone is minimal, just a couple of item elevators and hopper chains to keep things flowing. You will need a good amount of resources though, especially the hoppers, will take a bunch of iron. You will need a lot of copper for the golems, some carved pumpkins for those golems, and plenty of chests. So this build is best tackled once you've got an iron farm and a solid supply chain. It's ambitious, it's immersive, and it's a great way to turn your storage system into a living part of your world. So that's a tour of 3 different copper golem powered item sorters. A beginner build that's very simple and survival friendly, an intermediate factory perfect for multiplayer worlds, and an expert retrofit that transforms your base into a living copper driven system. Each one brings its own kind of magic, I think, and I hope it sparks ideas for your own world. Whether you're starting out or building a mega base, copper golems can turn your storage system into something playful, smart, and full of character, and immersive. Remember, that's what we're all about. It's not just about what you build, it's about creating places that you actually want to spend time in and that you can form a story around. Anyway, that's it for me for today. Stay tuned, because over the next couple of weeks I will release videos explaining how to build these 3 different copper golem item sorters. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like and consider subscribing. If you've already built your own copper powered sorter, I'd love to see it, and you can drop a screenshot in our Discord server or tag me on Instagram. If you want access to world downloads of these builds and all of my other builds, become a YouTube member or a patron. Links to all of that is in the description below. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers!